Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Iowa State versus Texas A&M college basketball matchup on Sunday, November 26, 2023. Of course, I give out tons of free picks every day, and if you're looking for the games I like the best, the ones I'm betting, head on over to our website, Pickdawgz.com, click on the Premium Picks tab, and use the discount code PICK to get 15% off any purchase you make there. Of course, we also have the Pickdawgz Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays, meant for people who make bigger bets. If you make big bets, text the number you see on the screen because it's not available on the website. So if you bet big, text. But let's get to this one. Iowa State taking on Texas A&M. Two pretty good teams, two teams that we saw in the NCAA tournament last year. Of course, Iowa State's been in the NCAA tournament the last few years and have gone, places within the tournament, but they haven't really extended it. You know what I mean? It's like they're not... They got to the Sweet 16 actually 2 years ago, and last year not quite as far. So I think what we've seen from Iowa State is they've been competitive, but they haven't been over the top, like been able to be like beat the good teams. When they made it to the Sweet 16, they had a route that kind of was softened along the way. And of course, they did some of the softening themselves. They certainly have a good team and play a style that works well for tournament-style basketball, and that's why they got there. But at the same time, I wouldn't consider them an elite Big 12 team like a Kansas or, a Oklahoma or somebody like that. And with the newcomers in the Big 12, it's going to be even tougher sledding for teams like Iowa State playing against the BYUs and Cincinnatis of the world, which have some pretty solid teams this season. I think when we look at Iowa State, when we look at what they've done so far, the loss last time out against Virginia Tech, 71-62. We know Virginia Tech shoots the three extremely well. They were coming off a win over VCU, who's not a very good team this year. They were a 12-point favorite, won that game by 4. Other wins against Grambling, Idaho State, Longwood, and Green Bay. Really, that's not going to really impress anyone. When we look at Texas A&M, they've certainly played the tougher schedule, beating Penn State in a revenge match from last year's NCAA tournament. They'd also beaten SMU and Ohio State earlier this season. So the Aggies really have scheduled up in the preseason, and they're it's not really preseason, pre-conference play. So they're more battle-tested, I would say, than Iowa State. We know Iowa State is the type of team, though, that gives teams fits. So this should be a fairly interesting game. And the thing is, it's SEC versus Big 12. So it is the big boys playing at it, at this point. I think what we've seen from Buzz Williams' team, though, is that while they didn't really have it against Florida Atlantic, and they really did get kind of beaten up in that game, they did make a bit of a late run and kind of dressed it up a little bit. I just think Texas A&M right now is a little bit further ahead than where Iowa State is. I think Iowa State's one of these teams that maybe later on in the season puts it together like they have the last several years, but I think right now Texas A&M is my pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks today, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they tell you how often historically each of the bets on the board have hit. Then they pair them with today's odds, putting in the most favorable bets on the board today.